2016 Audi RS6 Avant review. Audi recently refreshed its A6 lineup, and this also affected our favorite RS model, the Audi RS6 Avant. We took it out for a review on the German autobahn and Austrian mountain roads and are happy to report that it is still our favorite fast, all-round car on the market today. Unlike the lineup for the regular A6, the RS6 did not receive any performance upgrades or enhancements. At the heart of the RS6 remains the 4.0 TFSI engine with an output of 560 horsepower and 700 Nm of torque. Dynamically, the RS6 is still very much the same as the 2014 Audi RS6 we reviewed 2 years ago, with a major difference that our test car this time came with winter tires with a softer compound, limiting the top speed to 240 km/h and making the ride slightly more comfortable. So what has changed? Audi slightly changed the design of the 2016 Audi RS6. With changes made to the single-frame grille, the headlights, air inlets, bumpers, side sills and rear lights. Most striking visual difference is made by the new Matrix LED headlights. The daytime running lights have a new and more aggressive design, in line with Audi's changing exterior design. Also new are the dynamic turn signals that run from the inside to outside when activated. Inside, the interior is very much as it was, but under the skin of the MMI a very important component has been upgraded. The old graphics chip has been replaced with a brand new NVIDIA Tegra 30 graphics chip. This makes the navigation and other infotainment functions quite a bit faster and also allows for new functions. LTE connectivity also offers new online services and media streaming apps. Not new but worth mentioning are the driver assistance systems like adaptive cruise control, lane assist, night vision assistant and heads-up display. Our test car came in a fiery red color, and from the moments we received the keys until the moment we returned them days later, it was a head-turner per se. Other than you might expect of a 560 horsepower V8 sports car, the RS6 is very easy to drive. Switch the Audi Dynamic Selector to comfort and anybody can drive it to work or shops every day. But the real character of the RS6 comes out as soon as you switch from comfort to dynamic. As soon as you select dynamic, everything tightens, the suspension stiffens, the throttle responds, sharpens, and best of all, the tame RS6 suddenly sounds like a proper sports car. The RS6 truly combines the best of two worlds in terms of practicality and performance. If you wish, you could take it on the racetrack and give many two-seater sports cars a run for their money. We didn't take the RS6 on track, but still managed to have loads of fun. During our test, there was one time when we approached the start of a piece unrestricted autobahn. As soon as I passed the famous sign, I put my foot down and floored it, but it felt like the car was broken. I was not pulling away from the car next to me. A rare occurrence in the RS6. As soon as I looked, I saw why. The car next to me was not any ordinary car but a Porsche Panamera Turbo. The first 100 meters we were right next to each other, but as soon as we came up to 200 km/h, the RS6 pulled away. The Audi RS6 once again made us fall in love with it. It's the perfect combination of performance, looks, sound and practicality. No wonder it is the most sold Audi RS model worldwide, even though it's not sold in the United States. The 2016 Volvo XC90 review. Volvo recently launched the all-new Volvo XC90. The top-of-the-range luxury SUV is a completely new development and comes with 3 different engine variants. We drove the 2016 Volvo XC90 D5 AWD diesel for this review. The new Volvo XC90 is the first model based on the new scalable product architecture. Similar to the Boccasin system in use at the Volkswagen Group, this allows for multiple models to share the same basic architecture. In the near future the V70 and S80 will also use this SPA and at the same time are regrouped under the 90 model line. The new Volvo XC90 will be launched with 3 different engines. The flagship model is the Volvo XC90 T8 twin-engine plug-in hybrid with a combined power output of 407 horsepower and 640 Nm of torque, 0 to 100 km per hour in 5.6 seconds, top speed 230 km per hour. Then there is the Volvo XC90 T6 AWD petrol engine with 320 horsepower and 400 Nm of torque, 0 to 100 km per hour in 6.5 seconds, top speed 230 km per hour, and last but not least our Volvo XC90 D5 AWD diesel with 225 horsepower and 470 Nm of torque, 0 to 100 km per hour in 7.8 seconds, top speed 210 km per hour. All new XC90s come with an 8-speed Gartronic gearbox and entirely new front and rear suspension setup. At the rear the typical vertical springs and dampers have been replaced with horizontal springs which increase the size of the luggage compartment. Optionally you can equip the XC90 with 7 seats. The rear seats can be folded in a 40 hours 20 minutes 40 seconds split as standard. The Volvo XC90 is the first car to sport the new Volvo design language. The front we particularly like. It is well proportioned and looks small in pictures, but in real life there is no denying the XC90 is huge. Inside, the large exterior dimensions have clear benefits. The seating position is high and there is plenty of space for tall people. The seats offer good support and are among the thinnest we have seen. This adds to the leg space of the rear passengers. When necessary the rear seats can be moved forward to add more luggage space. The interior style is clean and minimalistic. The main infotainment feature is the large touchscreen display in the center console. The menu structures are clear and everything works as straightforward as an iPad. However, controlling everything with touch does require some attention, and while driving it is not always ideal. We really missed a turning knob to zoom the navigation map in and out and buttons to raise, lower the temperature of the climate control per example. The XC90 comes with keyless entry and keyless go. In the center console you find a start knob, turn it right and the engine comes to life. Don't expect a major spectacle there. All XC90 engines are 4-cylinder engines. Below the start knob is another switch to control various drive modes: efficiency, comfort, off-road and dynamic. This controls everything from throttle response and gear changes to the optional air suspension. The steering wheel has buttons to control the adaptive cruise control on the left side and the board computer and digital driver's display on the right side. The driver's display allows the driver to control key features and pop up a navigation map between the digital rev counter and the speedometer. Very similar to the Audi virtual cockpit. The controls were a bit more confusing than the touchscreen in the center console, but at least you don't have to take your eyes off the road. Overall the XC90 interior is a pleasant place to be, but it doesn't feel quite as premium as a Q7, X5 or GLE. The infotainment features are great and on par with the German rivals, but not quite as easy to control as Audi's MMI or BMW's iDrive. Driving-wise, the 2016 Volvo XC90 D5 AWD diesel has few surprises. The 4-cylinder wouldn't be my engine of choice for a car that weighs over 2,100 kilograms with 7 seats. With the air suspension at corners, well, although the steering is less direct than that of the German rivals, the new XC90 is packed with safety features and innovative systems like adaptive cruise control, lane assist, park assist with 360-degree camera and city safety braking assist. Most of these systems we are familiar with from other manufacturers. The adaptive cruise control is activated with buttons on the steering wheel and is a highly recommended feature for everybody that uses the XC90 as a daily driver. The lane assist is not as advanced as that of its German rivals. Instead of holding the position in the lane or even guiding the car through corners, the Volvo Lane Assist only corrects with a steering correction when you are leaving the lane. We also encountered the City Safety Braking Assist a couple of times. It braked once incorrectly for an oncoming car in the opposite lane, once correctly but a bit early for a car that stopped to turn right in my lane, but mostly it didn't brake. In comparison to the Mercedes-Benz Presense brake system we tested extensively, the Volvo system feels more random in its acting. It is good that it is available as standard on the XC90, but it is not as advanced yet as Volvo wants us to believe. To conclude, the 2016 Volvo XC90 is a completely new car compared to its predecessor. It has a spacious and simplistic interior in a sleek exterior style. The new safety and infotainment systems take the XC90 to new heights. However, we find the European four-cylinder engines a bit of misfit with the American-sized SUV. Also, the lack of physical buttons for the controls of some core features of the climate control and infotainment are very inconvenient and take attention away from the road. Compared to the key competitors like the BMW X5, Mercedes-Benz GLE/GLS, Audi Q7 and Range Rover, the XC90 might win in design but falls short in driving dynamics and luxury. Thanks for watching and listening. Please like, subscribe, share and comment.